Last night during Green Day's performance on the Saviors Tour in Detroit, Michigan, the band was abruptly rushed off stage in the middle of a song just 20 minutes into their set due to a security threat. Now, we've heard from U.S. officials about an increased terror threat within the U.S. It's clear that venue security and law enforcement at these venues are taking these matters very seriously. So there was a pause in the show for about 10 minutes. Obviously, we've seen at concerts around the world very, very horrific tragedies. So anytime they have to stop the show to deal with a potential threat, and this could have very much been a threat, they ended up locating an individual who was responsible for the show stoppage. They're looking into that further. But here's what we know about what went down during that Green Day show last night. Green Day is currently out on the road on their Saviors Tour with the Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, and the Linda Lindas. And during their stop in Detroit, Michigan last night, a scary scene unfolded. As the band was in the middle of performing Longview, something happened. Frontman Billie Joe Armstrong looked over to the side of the stage, and then the band stopped playing, and they abruptly sprinted off. It was clear almost immediately that this was some sort of a security-related issue. Some fans kept singing, unsure if this was part of the show. But amid global instability, U.S. officials in recent months have repeatedly warned of an increased terror threat. In a Senate subcommittee hearing back in June, FBI Director Christopher Wray warned that an incident similar to the Moscow concert hall attack back in March could happen within the United States. 137 people lost their lives on that March 22nd attack. He said, "Our most immediate concern has been that individuals or small groups will draw a twisted inspiration from the events in the Middle East to carry out attacks here at home. But now, on top of that, increasingly concerning is the potential for a coordinated attack here in the homeland, not unlike the ISIS-K attack we saw at the Russian concert hall back in March." This underscores the importance of security at concert venues. So, last night during that Green Day show in Detroit, Billie Joe Armstrong could be seen sprinting off stage as the band abruptly halted their performance of Longview. There was some confusion among members of the audience, with many continuing to sing the song out loud. The band was only about 20 minutes into their set at the time of the incident. Moments later, a message appeared on the large monitors on stage. It said, "Show pause. Please stand by for details." And Green Day later confirmed that it was in fact a security issue. The band released a statement online, writing, "Detroit, sorry for the delay in the show tonight. Stadium security had us clear the stage while they dealt with a potential safety issue. DPD quickly resolved the situation, and we were able to continue. Thanks for understanding." Here is that moment when the band abruptly rushed off stage due to the security threat. And now we have new details about what led to the abrupt pause in the performance. A Detroit police spokesperson wrote in a statement, "There was an individual that flew a drone into the park, so Green Day was taken off stage. Shortly after that, they went back on stage to perform. DPD located this individual outside of Comerica Park. He's being detained pending further investigation." The show was paused for about 10 minutes. Drones have increasingly become a matter of concern at outdoor concerts. In response to this incident last night in Detroit, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office in Michigan warned of the serious threat that drones pose to outdoor events. They wrote on X, "Law enforcement has been trying for years to get counter-UAS drone authority to protect special events in the community. Unfortunately, Washington has not responded. It would be limited to scenarios where the drone is operating in violation of current federal rule of law." They added, "It's not a matter of if, but when we have a tragedy. It won't be a misguided hobbyist, but an intentional attack. Just look around the world and you will see the very real threat." It's always disappointing for fans when they have to pause a show, and unfortunately in this case it had to be stopped for about 10 minutes. But I think Most people would much rather concert security and officials work to figure out what is exactly going on to make sure that the show is safe. That is of the utmost importance, and I know the band really cares about that as well, of course. So again, you can check out the Saviors Tour coming to a city near you, and that is your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.